Liberia is our only home. Liberia is our only home. We cannot sit and watch Liberia die. Liberia is our home. Liberia is our home. The only home we know. Let's fight to bring it back. Take it from the rogues. Take it from the thieves. Let us punish them. Liberia is our home. Liberia is our home. All you patriots rise. The time has come to end the massive stealing of our wealth. Rise, oh patriots. Rise, my patriots. Time to get our nation back. Liberia is our only home. We cannot sit and watch Liberia die. Liberia is our home, the only home we have. Rise up, patriots. Rise up, loyalists. Commander Chesson is calling the order of the day. Liberia is our home, the only home we know. Liberia cannot die. We owe it to our parents. We owe it to our elders. We owe it to the ancients. We owe it to our parents. Liberia cannot die. Rise up, oh patriots. Rise up, oh loyalists. Liberia is our home, the only home we have. Fight, fight for Liberia. Fight, fight for freedom. Fight, fight to free Liberia. Liberia is our home, the only home we ever know. Liberia is our pride, the inheritance we have. Rise, patriots, rise, loyalists, rise, Liberians. Follow Commander Chesson. Follow Commander. Follow Commander Chesson. Rise, rise. Tony Commander Chesson shall lead the order. Save Liberia. Free Liberia. Follow Commander Chesson. He will set the path. He will set the path. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Tony Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today, we rise to the beginning of the weekend. Today is June 12th, 2021. Amid all of the debacle that is going on in the world, amid all the confusion, discombobulation of our world and societies, we wake up this morning with hope that another day will be peaceful. That our democracy will be preserved. And we'll sing again the songs of peace, love, joy, and happiness. Aluta, continua. Let me put my programs up, my topics up, and let's get into my program for this morning. The There's so much going on in the world today. We have our president, Joe Biden, in Europe at the G7 convention. We have our problems at home, brewing every day, since this Donald Trump regime. We have lost sight of our world, man. We have lost sight of America. And when we lose sight of America, we lose sight of the world. And this is where we are today. When our past president tried to take us into communism, tried to make himself a leader, and this man is incompetent. This man is useless. Donald Trump is a failure and tried to make America a failure. Only by the grace of God, we are still preserving our democracy. Only by the grace of Jesus Christ, we are preserving our nation. America cannot fail. America cannot die. Yes, we stumble, and we stumble bad. We sat down and let this inept president cause 500,000 of Americans to die needlessly. We have lost loved ones that will never get again because of Donald Trump, because of Mitch McConnell. These two men tried to destroy America, and they got to be punished. They've got to be punished because America is the blessing of the world. Jesus Christ resides in this nation, and we must revive our Christian principles better than ever before, because the past Christian principles were deception, lies, and miseducation. Now we can't sit down and just let two men destroy our democracy. We got to punish these men. We got to punish these men. We must have a commission to investigate what happened in America. And Mitch McConnell got to be punished too. He's a traitor like Donald Trump. And the more we find out what these people did to our country and our people, how they tried to hate us, I know I'm on that list too. Who am I? But I got to speak the truth, because America means more than Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell. America means more to Liberia than a few white men trying to enrich themselves off the world. You know, that thing that happened in Liberia in 1980, because a few white men tried to enrich themselves again by destroying Liberia and killing our fathers, whether they meant it or not. When you overthrow a government, anything is possible. And in a third world country too, where 99% of the people cannot read and write, you all people saw what happened on January 6th in America. My American people, y'all saw what happened. And I know many of you now are still reeling from fears of what happened on January 6th. And for you who have traveled, for you Americans who have traveled and been caught up in violence, in coup d'etats, in negativities in foreign countries, you know how these people are treated. You know how people are killed needlessly. You know how law and order is diminished. So just on January 6th was just a petty example of what happens in third world countries when governments are overthrown. When we participate in overthrowing governments that we did in Liberia, That was just a small example on January 6th. And many Americans are still reeling from the thought of insurrection, of violence. Seeing what happened on TV, how people were going after our leaders to kill them, our vice president to hang him. And they can deny all they want. We saw it. We saw it, and Jesus Christ ordained it. Because two white men cannot carry America to socialism. Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell. They cannot carry us to socialism. And they must be punished. They must be punished. Deceitful, wicked traitors must be punished. And the same thing we must do in Liberia. We have an obligation and a duty and responsibility to punish Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, to punish George Weah, to punish Amos Sawyer, to punish Burma Famule, to punish Emmanuel Shaw, to punish Archie Bernard, to punish Estrada Bernard, to punish Jenny Bernard, to punish the three Sirleafs. We have a God-given responsibility to punish these people for the evils they have perpetrated against Liberia. How long? How long? How long? We can't continue on this trend. We can't continue to let our people deceive us, let our people mislead us. This is not the damn animal farm. And the pigs shall not live of the hogs. No. We got to straighten up America and Liberia. Look at how these people are going after families without the need to. People just got up on their own volition and say, we'll check these families. We'll investigate them. They haven't committed no crime. They haven't done anything. There's no need to do it. But this crazy president called Donald Trump has ordered us to do it. So we must follow this crazy man because we are all crazy. And I'm Bill Barr. I'm just as crazy as this crazy man called Donald Trump. So let's get on the crazy train, the traitorous train with Mitch McConnell. We all there. Let's bring America down. But Jesus Christ said no. Even though the Christians were led astray, the evangelists, and all these other people, scientifics, and all these people calling themselves Christians, they were led astray, run amok, duck under the river, Banta, Munasha. They were just misled. They were totally destroyed. Now, Jesus Christ has come to revive our country, to show the real Christians to our people who will stand up for America, who will stand up and speak up. What's wrong with these people? What's wrong with these people? Then they want to take us back into the 1960s. Is that insanity or what? I mean, it's sad to see our leaders lie. They're children. For 3 years, 6 years, whatever it is under this Donald Trump. I mean, it's so disheartening. We can't even calculate how long we'll be under the lies. Just pure, bare lies. I can't believe that American people could accept the lies from Donald Trump. I could not believe that our country could come down to debating whether a lie is true or not, whether what we see on TV is true or not. And we're still in that realm of misbelief and run amok civilization called QAnon. What the hell is QAnon? Huh? You see how far-fetched we're going? These rich people ain't got nothing to do. They are lonely. Instead of giving us some of that money, let's take some of that money from them. Let's tax them. Let's tax them. These people ain't got nothing to do. They are lazy. So they sit down and devise QAnon and all these stupid things to destroy our democracy. This is what happened when the large sector of our population are too rich, are too comfortable, are too lazy, and have nothing to do. So they imagine foolish things. They imagine unsensible things. They imagine useless things. So that means we got to reel them in. We got to take some of that money from them. Joe Biden, let's take some of that money from them. Let's take some of that money from them. Sanders, let's take some of that money from them. Let's take Mamala, let's take some of that money from them. The money too much. These people are misusing their lives. We got to save them. These rich people are losing their lives. They are making up shit that don't make no damn sense. Let's take some of that money from them. Tax them. Tax them. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. The money too much for them. They're imagining foolish things. They're imagining vain things. They have lost their minds. And when Christians lose their minds, Jesus wants us to reel them back. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. They're foolish. They're imagining vain things. They are going to QAnon. This is insanity. Tax them. Tax them. Let them come back to their senses. The money too much. Donald Trump gave them too much damn money. They stole from us. They stole from us. Tax those rich people. Tax them. Let's get the money back. Let them stop this damn QAnon foolishness. Let them stop this damn uselessness. Tax them. Let them know that we got better things in the world to do. They're too lazy. They're not working almost 6 years. They stole from us. 6 years, Donald Trump and these people stole from us. We got to get some of that money back. They are imagining vain things. They are imagining aliens and all these things all over us. Take some of that money back. These people are imagining vain things. Let me put my topic up. Aluta! Okay, what I got to say today? Why do I have to say today? Okay. Today my topics are, as usual, the same three. Okay? Let's get into them. Number one, are Liberians secure from COVID-19 still? 2, lies, deception, killings cannot and shall not free Liberia. 3, Liberia's trial judges convention. What to learn? Let's start with my lesson. Are Liberians secure from COVID-19 still? We can see that we've been with COVID-19 for nearly a year now, or plus. And Liberians have not really been impacted by this disease. But we should not put our guard down. We should not relax our senses, our need to maintain our standards of cleanliness, of washing hands, of masking. Because there are variances of this disease still going on in the world. We have had the Indian, we have had the British, and what else we have had? We have not had the African variant yet. Be very careful, my people. Be very careful, Liberians. I can't speak for all Africans, but all Africans should be warning their people. And I'm warning my people. Be careful, Liberians. Don't put down your guards. We have been through too much with Ebola, with our civil war, with all the negative BS going on. Our people have died within the past 50 years, within the past 5 decades. We have lost so many Liberians. Why? Why? Because they destabilize our nation. They cause us to kill our fathers. They cause us to kill our leaders. They cause us to kill our erudites. Now here we are, totally displaced, totally confused, totally run amok, and every foreign nation trying to say they're helping us. And our people so young, and lying. And what is all that for? It ain't going to help us? What all that for? Huh? Our people can just lie to that. I was listening to the Grand Jide Talk Show, and they were talking about the French people gave Liberia 20 billion. Then I went to Facebook to find out that was true, and it's 20 million. So how 20 million became 20 billion? You know, when we keep lying to our people, we're not helping our people. Our president lies, the leaders lies, the judges lie, everybody just stealing. How can I help our country? It can't. And that's why we have no leaders. That's why people that are in the diaspora got to keep reminding our people, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, and clean your behind, and use toilet paper, not zinc. You use this and not rough paper. Use this, not sandpaper. Be careful. No. Can you imagine? We got to stay way in the diaspora here and be telling our people what they can and cannot do. This is killing. Our leaders are useless. They are useless. And they make our people liars and criminals and deceitful killers. Why? Because when the leaders sin, the people and nations sin. But these are biblical teachings. That's as Christians we're supposed to know. Cleanliness is next to godliness. When we set these standards to maintain our cleanliness, we cannot slack on them. Slack means we cannot loosen it. We cannot relax. There's no slacking. When we set these rules for safety of our nation and people, we got to maintain them, especially with these variances going around, especially with changes in the disease going around, in the trend, in the traits, in the virus, changes going on, the thing changing every day. You can't relax your guard. We're not the Western world. The Western world got the treatment. They got the vaccination. They got the control. CDC and all these other health agencies have to control and guide us in how to treat ourselves. We don't have those in Liberia. So when we set standards for cleanliness, we set standards to protect our society, we can't follow the world. We can't follow the world. There's a time to relax those standards and a time to tighten those standards. I heard people on the talk show talking about it. One of the shows this morning, talking about it. how everything has been relaxed. There were laws that protecting people against the virus, wearing masks, washing hands, maintaining passenger control on the pimps and those riding bikes in Liberia. You can't put more than 4 or 5 people on it. You can't put three, 4, 6 people on it. There are rules, and those rules are put in place to ensure that if this disease is prevalent, our people will remain protected and secure. So you know our country, man. You know we don't have good health system. You know we don't have good water system. You know we don't have good life system. Our country is way, way back still. And these people keep stealing the money. Every little penny they put in our country, we got it divided with the rogues and us. Why? Why? This can't continue. We got to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. We got to know that our public health is not Western. It's for us. Our public health is not to protect other nations. It's to protect us. And the leaders of our public health need to do their jobs. Our public health ministry need to do their jobs. When you slack on the job and the people die, you are held responsible. Then it goes to WIA, because you're working for the government and WIA is too incompetent with the useless baboons behind him and can't check on his leaders. So we have a slack in our government. We have a slack in our leadership. When the head is rotting, the fish is dead. When the head is incompetent, the fish is dead. When the head is dumb, the fish is dead. Let's get our shit together. We gotta get it together. We gotta get it together. Because that's the only way we can set our country right. We can set our people on the right path. We can look at these things that are necessary to preserve our future. When our public health is up to par, when we have competent people there who understand the trends of health and diseases and viruses in our society, we protect our young, who are the future of Liberia. And you see, those the people we protect, because when we're between elders and young people, the elders down finished. The young people still got future. The people in the middle who know can still teach the young. So we lose part of our society every time we slack, every time we fail, every time our public health and governmental agencies let us down. We fail. Our people get hurt. And it's too far advanced today for us to continue to rely on incompetent, nepotistic people to rule our government. To rule our government. We can choose people based on their competence in education. That's the only measurement, your education. That piece of paper. So when you steal, when you lie and steal that paper, and when they put you to the test, you can't do it because you will destroy our country. Your thinking will not be up to par with your education. And when you steal your education, you can steal anything else. That's what they call plagiarism. You just copy, and come and regurgitate, vomit it in the classroom during the test. Expect to rule Liberia. What you learn? What did you learn? That crocodile make God laugh? No, God ain't gonna laugh with you. Ain't gonna work that down. No more crocodile. No more. So you see what we are? You see what we are? When you set systems up to protect our society. You got to maintain it until the fat lady sings. You know what that is? When the fat lady sings, that means everything finished. Everything finished. So, please, my people, our health ministry, you pay attention to this COVID-19 situation. Let's go back to maintaining the systems that are in place to ensure that our people are safe. Back to washing our hands. Y'all know where those hands will go, man. Y'all know where y'all put your hands. Huh? Playing with your bongalong and your zongolong. Huh? People that be scared to even shake hands in Liberia. Wash those damn hands. Let's go back to them. Please. And let's maintain the standards. Let's maintain the laws. As long as this situation, there are so many bikes in Liberia. Why people gotta be getting on bike 555, 566? The other bikes are discouraged from passengers. And with the disease, y'all can't come too close together. Y'all know that. It's not as bad as Ebola, but it's just as bad. So let's get our acts together. Let's think about health. Health. Because if we get rich, we get all the money, we got health. Our health system so terrible. Our people will not get to enjoy the fruits of the labor. By the time you get your benefits, you be dead. You be ready to die. So let's set up our system, man. Let's put our system to work. Let's test our people. Let's test our intelligence. Let's test our abilities to think beyond outside the box and not just steal. Okay? The time on the people is now. So let's get our act together, man. We got too many things to do. Our country is still backwards. Our people are still down and out. We can't continue on this path. You know, we don't deserve all this kind of thing. But we have to understand. It's a challenge to us. It's a challenge to all of us.
Leadership is key. Leadership key. Leading Liberia is key. Leading Liberia right is the key. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. She told us to lead. That is the key. She filled Liberia. She never led us well. She brought us shame and disgrace in every front. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Liberia's going down on the George Ria. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Now we need a leader who we can trust. Who is that leader? Attorney Commander Chesson. We can trust him.
Lies, deception, killings cannot and shall not free Liberia. Our country has been in states of depression since 1980. We've been through the interim governments. Everybody had their chance to steal. Everybody had their chance to set up their criminal government. We got rid of all of that. We came back to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And she was and is the mastermind of the destruction of Liberia thus far. Why? Her desire to be the first female president of Africa. Her desire to show the world that she was so powerful. And what happened? Where it got all of us? Nothing. It got her a lot of money, but she left our country destroyed. She left our nation run amok. And she gave us a high school student so he can take the blame for our incompetence, for our stealing, and for our uselessness. And it, George Weah doesn't even know any better whether you slap him 10 times or 12 times or 15 times or 16 times. You know, he will love it when you see that hand. Yeah, slap that little boy, pop, 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 ta, 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 teet, teet, teet. You know, and he'll still not know nothing. He'll still not know nothing. So yeah, we are, man. We're caught between a rock and a hard place. Ellen Johnson is the rock. Weah is the hard place. The rock is the criminal. The criminal baby is the hard place. So we caught right in the middle of them. And they want to hold us hostages forever. We can't do that. We can't do that. Look how Robert destroys our community, turning our ministry into ole bunga tanga, bunga tanga ages. Man, the people just destroy our society. Come in and just run them up. Turn our men. Take their drawers and get them panties. And change their names from Zumba to P. Hey. P. Hey. Just for rice. Just for rice. What people would do? Trade their body for food. Give sex for food. Damn. Our children are going to school all dressed up with rouges and earrings and hair, singing the song. I don't care. I don't care. You know that. I don't care. I don't care. Putting all that makeup. See what see some of the things the international community brings to us. Now all Liberian men sitting on it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I not care. I not care. And they're putting all the little rouges and they. I not care. I not care. I would dress. I let drag. I not care. I not care. I not care. I don't care. You can be jealous. I don't care. What happened to my people, man? Then you got it on a wall or G-Net talk. You're lying. 20 billion. I said, they got to listen and they lie. And they think you're helping our country. They think that politics, our leadership is like a community leadership. We don't have no serious leadership. Everywhere you turn, all Liberia, we got some like kids leading our country, or people who think they're funny, or people, old men who from the 1960s and 1950s supposed to know better, trying to lead our children. Huh? It's so sad. It is totally sad, man. You know? And I care. Liberia women do the thing. That one you see that film. I forgot to fix with it little drag queen standing in the market or somewhere there, putting on your rouge and all that shit, and all the Liberian women they're standing there cussing. Look at the other man. Look at the other man. Things we don't have, you got. Look at the other. And I care. 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 No, and I care. Our poor little market women just standing up in their little lapa looking at him. Look at him, man. Look at them, man. Then they're fussing. They take him back to the principal. They're talking to the principal. Right now, the principal don't know what to do. Who you gonna punish for that? Let's see you punish somebody. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. But these are things we're going through. The lies, the deception, the killing, one after another. You don't know which is true. You don't know what they say is true. You just got to go back and check it because they will lie about everything. And what kind of country we got like that, man? What kind of country, man? You see, when I come on down, I want to just flock, 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 flock. I just want flock. I just want flock, man, because it's terrible. Our country is dying. How much lies can we tell? How much stealing can we do? How much corruption our society can we handle before everybody gets killed? People just getting killed. The budget said there's a bunch of bodies thrown in the water. We're waiting for them to come up. So you'll be watching the coastline. You watch the Guinea coastline, the Mano River. Don't let that cross or two coastline, okay? Because we got whole bodies in the water. What does that say our country? Can we trust this leadership? Is this leadership competent to take us through another 3 more years? Can we trust any leadership in Liberia, where our people remain silent in the midst of all these adversities going on in our country, all these heinous crimes, all these ritualistic killings, and we have nobody to stand up for us? We cannot continue to trust the international community because they might be benefiting from all this too in Liberia. They might be benefiting too. Who getting all the gold and diamond and things being excavated in our country? Cool. So we come down to the same point. We come down to the same point with the lies, with the deception, with the killings. Do us in the good. Set us on the right path of constitutional democracy. Open doors unto us that will not be ever closed again. We got to change, man. Leaders of our country, men of our societies cannot be blatant liars, cannot be useless, deceitful people. You can't trust them. Irresponsible, unreliable. You can't trust these people. Why? Because we need discipline in our society. When you see people lying at this, you go to people talk show, they're lying. You go to the government, they're lying. You go to the church, they're lying. Prince Johnson say he's preaching. You go to the other places, they're lying. All these useless criminals say that they this and that, they're lying. So what do they have to impart to our people, and especially to our young children? What do they have? Lies. You'll come on, let go lie on the mat, on the straw bed. Let's find our peace and stability together. Yeah, right. Huh? We can't go on with this. Our country gotta be free. We gotta free our country and ourselves. We gotta understand how significant it is for our leaders to be trustworthy, for our leaders not to be petty rogues and criminals, that our leaders can be trusted to put anything down and let it stay down. It will disappear. Why? Look out in the newspaper, people in Grand Jeda County, they set that man free for killing Say. Where in Ipeno, that NSA officer that killed the police commissioner in Grand Jeda, Say, shot the man. But these are the same things we're having in our country time again, time and time again, time and time again. Why? Because we recircle the criminals. We recircle the rogues. We seem not to find anybody else outside the same people who are killers and rogues. Is that because our society is too illiterate? Is that because we cannot trust other Liberians? What they will do to us? They will destroy the documents. They will lie to the public. They will do things or say things that the people may not like or approve of. But we got to check ourselves. We got to wreck ourselves. That's what will happen. We got to wreck ourselves. Because in the end, if we don't do those things that are expected of a great nation and a great people, if we don't do those things that are necessary to maintain a wholesome functioning society, if we don't do those things to punish the rogues among us so we can set precedents, they are bound to repeat themselves. Look at what happened in America. This is what we're talking about now. Should we let the idea and demand for a commission to review the events of January 6th, of the heinous crimes, the corruption, the traitorous behavior of Donald Trump and his followers and leaders in this country? It is bound to repeat itself. And that's why it's important that these people be punished, that we set a precedence to set examples and deterrents. So nobody can just come and start going through our government, breaking the laws, doing just what they want to do. No, we can't go through that. They will punish one part of our society. They want jump on black people to punish us, stop us from voting. Why? Because we're getting conscious of our rights. Thanks to Stacey Abrams. That's a strong woman. That's why I don't want to be president or governor. I just want to be there checking all these people, blocking everything they're doing, all these evil things. Because we can't go on like this. We can't go on like this. And this is why I stand on my lesson on this point. Our society needs overhauling. Because every time I think on it, I say, no, man, we just punish this person. We just punish that person. Then you come to find out everybody corrupt. You come to find out everybody lies. You come to find out everybody involved in things that do not promote a wholesome functioning society, that do not promote the principles upon which Liberia was founded. Do unto others as you will have them do unto you. Why? Because we are a lawless nation. We are a nation of men of unconscionable behaviors. We are men that just see and do. We have no conscious abilities to plan and know that this is important for us. That when we protect our system and our people and when democracy, it is good for us. We don't think about those things. We only want to step forward and lead as our country go down the tube. We can't do that. So it behooves us to rise up and stand up sometime in our lives and say we got to do better. We got to change the trajectory of our country. We got to change the movement of our country if it's not positive for us. So it behooves us to stand up as men and women, to stand up as patriots, to demand that our leaders speak the truth, that our leaders stop the deception and lies, that our leaders live up to a code that is beholding upon the whole nation. So that code Ellen Johnson said he fixed, it's a good code. But if you don't live up to those principles, if you don't maintain strict laws about those principles, they can't do nothing to help our people. They can't. So it's upon us to stand up and say, this is our nation. This is our people. And enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Stop the lies. Stop the deception. Stop the killings. Stop the killings. Stop the killings. Human life is precious. Human life is divine. Human life is a blessed gift, and you have no authority to take our lives because you won't be in power for 4-6 years. And this is why we must punish these people. This is why we must put them in jail, because we've been through this thing too much. We've been through this thing too long. We've been through this thing. It seems like forever, because most of us were born under Totman and Torba. And now, yeah, we are. The kids of the day don't even know about Torba. Many of the people from Torba town are more dead. It's hard. It's hard. So you got to understand. You got to understand. There are truths to everything we do, and we miss them, or we oversight them. We lead them out with oversight and don't think about them and don't have the time to evaluate them. In the end, what will happen? When we realize that these things are significant to us, what will happen? We will have wasted time, lost chances, failed opportunities that we can't get back. And this is why it is important for us to pay attention to our future. And in paying attention to our future, we must look today at the trend of our society, at the behavior of our leaders, at the consciousness of our students, and the patriotism of our people. If we can do that, if we don't overhaul our country, we'll never rise. Because we have nothing but bellicose, war-thinking people who are willing to kill people for anything. Look how they killed that little boy in, in Bond County, where they were suffering the man's body without any remorse. And these were high school students. School students. So if you got people doing these things in school for other people, older people, politicians who want position, what becomes our society? What becomes our people? What becomes of the way we live in? We got to take our country back. We got to stand up for truth and justice. We got to understand that we, the people, own Liberia. We got to understand that we, the people, are the leaders of Liberia. We have to understand we are the destiny of the great Republic of Liberia, the first Negro Republic on the West African coast. And Africa, and Africa, and the world. And the world. Africa is where it's at. And we took it there. And we built it. And we united the people under the Organization of African Unity. The time of the people is now. And we got to understand it. We got to make sure that we stop the lies. That we check our leaders. We check everybody on TV, on radio who lying. Yeah, man. See that talk? Check these people. We can't have people just giving us false information because they want to win election. No. We got to check these people where it is and the truth. shall set us free. And when we understand these things, we can't go back. Once we understand that the truth shall set us free, we My last topic for this morning is Liberia's Trial Judges Convention. What to learn. I was watching live just now the Liberian Trial Lawyers Convention. And first of all, it's hard when you have the legal minds of our nation. When you have the people who are the competent people to alleviate some of the pains and sufferings of our people in society, being some of the same people to perpetrate these crimes against our people. It's hard to swallow. It's hard. It's hard. Because when they have no respect for our system of governance, they have no respect for the rule of law, they have no respect for the Constitution of Liberia, how can they serve the Liberian Republic? They can't. They can't. Taking people money and not doing the job good, not doing the job effectively, not doing the job as you should do, it's a foolish thing. It's a failed thing. And you fail time and time again. Because our judiciary and our lawyers are the foundation to peace, stability, justice, and the rule of law in Liberia. And the people who are supposed to set these standards for our society are lost. Are lost. How can our country stand as an independent and sovereign nation and people? We can't. We talk all the BS we want to talk, but if our judiciary especially is not up to par, is not living up to standards, then there are problems in our country. So I will look at a conference, and right there I saw Eva Mappy Morgan talking. And we know that the problem that's going on right now in Liberia is between Eva Mappy Morgan and her commercial court. There's a serious discrepancy between the co-chair of this convention and her commercial court. Even Mappy Morgan is supposed to be on a punishment for her behavior in stealing money, in depriving Liberians who are under her watch to ensure justice and the rule of law. And she's joining the criminal elements of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to rob people in our government. What kind of country we got, man? I know Eva Morgan. And it's not right if she did that. It's not right if our people sit down and tolerate these things time and time again. Let people do anything they want to do to us. Let our judges and lawyers be legal prostitutes where you can just buy them off. Buy them off. They have no sense of integrity. They have no sense of honor. If they had, they wouldn't be having this convention because they see the need and necessity for the convention. But we need to put people in there who themselves behaviors are not seen, and even Margaret Morgan behavior is seen. She is charged with stealing $300 million from a Liberian and giving it to Ellen Johnson people. And all evidence is said lead to the fact of that. So why is this evil Margaret woman, Margaret Morgan woman, still in our Supreme Court today? Still sitting down at the table with judges and leading judicial conferences when she should be in jail, when she should be being forced to replenish the money that she stole. This can't be all. This can't be right. This can't be judged. This can't be fair. If the judge who is heading the convention herself have committed improprieties against Liberian people, she is incompetent. She is incompetent. And a demonstration of her leadership is a disgrace to our court. It's a disgrace to our judiciary. It's a disgrace to the trial lawyers of Liberia. Where are we today? Where are we today? We need standards. Standards of law and order and discipline. We need standards. We cannot continue to go on this trend. We cannot continue to have a few people putting our national security at risk. When our judges steal, when our judges lie, when our judges have no sense of moral compass, of patriotic zeal, of understanding that their duties and responsibilities are to preserve the nation, preserve our constitutional law, ensure that justice reigns through the land, then these people are tainted and cannot serve in our judiciary. The time to change our society is here. That's what I mean. I don't care about plain law. The only law I'm interested in Liberia is the UCMJ military law, where all these people will come before us and answer. They will answer. No bullshitting. They will answer. You not answer, we'll put you inside. You not answer, we'll put you inside. What is this? Do I look like a civilian to come sit down and bullshit, talk about president, talk about trial lawyers, when these people are the problems in our country, when these people are the inherent thieves and criminals in our society? No, no, no. The ball has to turn. And the only way the ball will turn, except AFL, take notice. You can't continue on this trend. Our democracy is at risk because of the rogues and the bandits and the criminals and the useless people in our society. Our country is at risk. What will these lawyers learn? What will they learn? We have no money in our country. The people who have still stepping on the neck of people who don't have. George Weah and his clowns still stealing our money. Ellen Johnson still involved in our society so we can't excel because she's a nepotist and a criminal herself. Which way, my people? Which way, my people? Which way? I leave that with you. The X is out. Aluta! Continua. Have a good day. I got to take my leave. Let me leave you singing. Let my boy take you out there with Fatu. See what Fatu can do with you. See how Fatu did him? If Fatu do you. If Fatu do you the same. You know?
Why you wanna hurt me so?